Hello guys, I'm Otaku, and welcome to my review for Naruto chapter 700. Now I should say that I have started Boruto, but I thought it's the final chapter, I gotta review it, so yeah, I kinda went back a bit, but I'm on Boruto chapter 25. So, the first thing we see in the chapter is Shino, and he's now a teacher, and I don't know how I feel about this really. I mean, to be honest, he did not scream teacher. Maybe like the teacher of like bugs. I don't know if that's a thing, but yeah. And then Boruto's kind of like, hey, I'll show you all a great prank. So, I'm guessing it's supposed to be that kind of full circle ending where Naruto started off as a prankster craving attention and now his son's gonna be like that. And then we see Shikadai, and he is Shikamaru in both personality and design. Like, it's kind of lazy the fact that they just redid Shikamaru's character. Like, at least with Boruto, he's slightly different from Naruto. But he's basically saying the villagers holding the Kage meetings so they shouldn't cause trouble. We then see Inojin and Chocho, and Inojin's basically just like, now we gotta go do Ino Shikacho training, and Chocho's like, sorry, can't, got plans with Onko. And I will say, from what I've read so far of Boruto, Chocho is one of my favourites. She's pretty fun. Then we see Onko, and she's picked up Choji's eating habits, shall we say, so her and Chocho seem to have a bit of a bond. We then see Hinata and Himawari putting sunflowers on Neji's grave, and it's a cute double meaning because Kyuga means sunflower, so that's nice. Himawari's cute. But then we get to the biggest disgrace of this chapter. We only get one panel seeing Rock Lee, and by extension Metal Lee, I guess, too. But come on, Rock Lee's like the best character. How are you only going to show one panel of his future? We then move on to 1010, and two things here. One, why does she just have the Sage of Six Paths weapons on display? Surely they need to be locked up in the Hokage's office or something. And also, why has she opened a weapons store in the time of peace? Like, that's a double mess up from 1010. Boruto's walking home, sulking, and Sarada's watching him, all creepy like. I'm not sure when I'm really going to get the chance to say this, so I guess I'll say it now. But I know everyone's problem with Boruto is, oh, he acts like, oh, my dad doesn't spend enough time with me. Meanwhile, Naruto had the worst childhood. But that kind of gets fixed after the first couple arcs in the manga. Okay, I know I said earlier that the Rock Lee thing was the biggest offense of this chapter, but this might be it. They took the best character in Gaara and gave him that haircut. But yeah, Shikadai gets home and Gaara's talking to Tamari because he's here for the Kage summit, and Shikamaru's just like, hey. Oh, also Konkuro's there, and he looks super weird with his new face paint. We then see Kiba chatting up this random girl, bragging about how he was going to be 7th Hokage, but he turned it down. And I'm like, yep, sure you are. But we also see Okamaru in there, and he looks really old. Like, if you think about it, Naruto took place over roughly 5 years, and then this is probably like 20 years in between Shippuden and Boruto. So at most, Okamaru is probably like 27, 28. He is old. Then we see Ino and Sai. Ino's complaining because I couldn't work out if it was because the kids were late or because Shikamaru was late. But yeah, and Sai's trying to calm her down, so they have a cute relationship. Then we see Choji and Karu, and a lot of people say this relationship doesn't make any sense since they had no chemistry, but it's been 20 years, or at the least 12, so relationships could have very easily formed. And she's basically saying, is it really necessary to teach them this stuff? And Choji's just like, well, because he's the type of person that doesn't really care, I get the feeling. And then we see Inojin hiding behind a tree, basically being like, I best go get the others, mum's mad. And, out of all three of the new Ino Shikacho, Inojin's definitely my least favourite. I mean, to be honest, none of them have really shown up that much in the manga, but yeah. We then see Osuma's kid, Mirai, I believe her name was, and she's like saying goodbye to a picture of Osuma, and she seems to be tied a bit to Kakashi and Might Guy, since she mentions that she's been assigned to them here, and she also has that spin-off with them, the Ninja Scrolls one. We see Might Guy and Kakashi there, and Tekken 101 brought this up in his video that he made ages ago, but why is Might Guy's leg bandaged when it seemed like his leg just crumbled? There's no leg now, how's it bandaged up? But yeah, that reminiscing, Kakoshi's like, I want to travel the world, and Mike Guy's like, do you remember the place we first fought? So that might be setting up the spin-off, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not sure. And then we see the previous Kage having like a meeting, and I don't have much to say on them, particularly because this video is going to end up quite long. But all I do really have to say is Oniki is old now. He was like 90 when we met him, so he's like 110 now. How's he even still alive? We then see Killer Bee, and I really like his new design now. I think he looks better than he did in Shippuden. But yeah, he's sitting on Eight Tails basically being like, I should probably go meet up with Naruto. And Eight Tails is basically like, well, Naruto's working hard and you're just sat here doing nothing. But I thought all the beasts got released, but I guess because Eight Tails and Killer Bee were friends, Eight Tails got to stay, just like Kurama got to stay with Naruto. We cut to the Hokage's office, and Naruto is on a straight up computer. It's only been 20 years, so that doesn't seem like enough time to develop a whole computer, but okay. And it looks like a modern one as well. Also, something that I do want to say, something cool that I thought they were doing with this chapter was they weren't going to show Naruto until the very end, which would have been cool, but nope, they show him on like the next page. And Shikamaru's there, and that makes sense. I always thought that Shikamaru was more of Naruto's best friend than Sasuke, but also Shinzo's there, and that's weird to me because I didn't think that, you know, if you were the advisor to the previous Hokage, you'd stay on as the advisor to the next one, especially since I'm not sure if she is an actual Boruto. And then the other two that were on Konohamaru's team kind of come rushing in, and I believe it's them, and they basically say Boruto's causing trouble. Boruto is painting the Hokage's faces, again that full circle thing. Naruto's is obscured, which will be important for later. But Naruto shows up and at first starts yelling at him, but then when Boruto's like, will you clean it up with me? Naruto looks quite sad, and I believe he does it. It's a bit unclear, but yeah, I believe he helps him. And, you know, I'm guessing Naruto's like, he's just doing it to get attention just like I did. We then see Konohamaru all grown up, scolding Boruto, and Iruka's there, you know. And Iruka looks like he's aged significantly more than everyone else. I don't know why. But yeah, he just looks like he's 60 now. We then see Sorada get home, and she says to her mother, Sakura, like, hey, boys are so stupid. But then says Boruto is kind of similar to me, which I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I feel like that line's a bit out of place. I can't quite pinpoint why, but yeah. We then cut to Sasuke, and he has to get the least amount of justice here. We just see him walking through some woods, and then he grabs onto his sword. Like, yeah, really, he doesn't get much. But then I guess last chapter was like entirely told from the perspective of him. We then get to see the Kage Summit, and this is going to test me now, but Doro is the Raikage, Chozo is the Mizukage, Gaara is the Kazukage, and I don't remember the last one. I know it's the Stone Village. I know it's Onuki's granddaughter, but sorry, I can't remember her name or title. And who's the Hokage? It's obviously Naruto. Woohoo! Big shocker. How do I even pick a favourite character from this chapter when literally every single character was in this chapter? At that point, I'm just picking my favourite character from the whole series, who would be Gaara, even though they ruined him with the haircut. Naruto overall has been a really great series. I'm not sure if I'm going to start reviewing Boruto or pick another series to start reviewing. But yeah, really good. 8 of 10 for the whole of Naruto. This chapter maybe an 8 or 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.